guys, I'm going to try to record this video for the second time. The first time I recorded this whole video and like it just deleted out my camera. So this is a story time about my ex-boyfriend. Now let me just do a disclaimer. I am not trying to throw shade on this person. If you know they happen to run across my video and you know they happen to watch it, I'm not throwing shade on you or anyone that knows you. I'm just doing a story time. So, yeah, let's get started. So, I seen him in, like, the winter time, you know, he was asking people to donate money, and I donated $1. So, then I seen him back in the summertime, like in August, the beginning of August, the middle of August, can't really remember. And, you know, he had stopped me. He was like, hey, I like your afro. And I was like, oh, thank you. He was like, do you believe in love at first sight? And I just, in my head, I'm like, boy, who believes in love at first sight anymore? Like, what? No. So, I was like, no, not really. He was like, oh, do you have a phone? I'm like, yeah, but my phone is in my house. He was like, oh, you should go back to your house and get your phone. I'm just like, oh, okay. But mind you, it's summertime, it's hot, I'm sweating, I know I look a hot mess. I'm not even approachable, like I'm not even cute enough to just stop me. So I'm like, alright. I went home, didn't even come back. So then I would see him around because he lived fairly close to me, like in the neighborhood, but like that. And you know, one day I was locked out of my house and I went to the store to call my grandmother to tell my grandma that I was coming back to her house. So I had seen him and I was listening to music in my headphones, just walking down the block. All I hear is yo, 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 excuse me, miss, hey, miss. So I stopped my music, I stopped, and it was him. He was like, hi. I was like, hi. He goes, what's your name? I was like, my name is Deja, what's yours? Now let's just call him Casanova. He was like, my name is Casanova. I was like, oh, it's nice to meet you. He was like, do you have Facebook? And I was like, yeah. So he was like, oh, you should add me. So he gave me his Facebook, whatever. And he was like, oh, where you going? I was like, I'm going to my grandma's house because I'm locked out. He was like, oh, if you want, you can come chill with me till your family gets home. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, that sounds like a good idea because he's fairly close to my house already. So I wouldn't really have to, like, you know, go anywhere, like take buses, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So we go back to his house and I met his mother. And I think it was his aunt or his cousin. I'm not too sure. It was one of his family members. You know, he introduced me. He was like, Mom, this is Deja. And I was like, hi. She was like, hi. He was like, this is my friend. So we went to his backyard and we were just talking, you know, getting to know each other. How people normally do, right? So he was like, what are you looking for? And I was like, you know, I'm not really looking for anything. Just mainly because, you know, I just got out of a relationship and I just want to take things slow. Thinking that this boy would understand where I was coming from, but no, he didn't. So he was like, oh yeah, I feel you. I was like, yeah, I just want to take things real slow. He was like, oh, we could do that. Whatever the case was. I'm like, alright. So, you know, we go in his house, whatever, we're chilling. And it was either the first or second day, he was telling people that I was his girlfriend. Now, I'm looking at this boy like, boy, didn't I just tell you I want to take things slow? He was like, yeah, but you know, I really like you. Something like that, between them lines. I'm like, alright, whatever. So mind you, I was with him 24/7, 7 days a week. I seen him every day of my life. So, you know, he didn't really give me time to miss him. Like, he didn't give me time to think like, yo, what is my boyfriend doing? Like, I want to see him, you know. I was seeing him every single day of my life, which was really aggravating to me. Like, I feel like I need time to want to miss you. But with him, he was like, you know, if he's dating somebody, he wants to see them every day of his life. For what? I don't understand. Like, I understand you have trust issues. Everybody has trust issues, but everybody needs their space. So I was like, alright, whatever. So I went home, whatever, you know. He gave me time to miss him. So, you know, I would write him like, oh, I'm going to the store. He would be like, oh, if you want me to come meet you. And I'm like, if you want to, you know, it's summertime, so we could just take a walk. Like, I like to walk, whatever. So, you know, we would hang out, whatever. And it was fun. The beginning of the relationship was fun. Towards, like, a couple of weeks, he would, not get clingy, but he would just, like, accuse me of stuff. Like, he'll accuse me of cheating on him with my guy friends. Now, mind you, I have guy friends, but my guy friends have been there before him, and they are still here after him, so I don't really understand what he wanted from me. So, you know, he basically wanted me to cut them off, but I wasn't having it. I was like, no, I'm not cutting my guy friends off. So, you know, we would get into, like, the littlest arguments, whatever, and I'm just like, boy, are you serious? I'm like, alright, whatever. So, you know, he wanted the password to my Facebook, my Instagram, my Snapchat, everything. Like, he wanted all my password so he could be nosy and do what boyfriends do. Be nosy and try to find something. But I wasn't having it. Like, no, I don't have your passwords to nothing. Like, you wanted a fingerprint on my phone? No, no, no. We're not having that. I'm not doing that. So I'm like, no, you know, you can't. So, you know, we were getting into an argument. He's like, oh, because you're hiding something. You're sitting here cheating on me. Now, mind you, if you're seeing somebody every day 24/7 and you're like waking up, falling asleep to them, you're going to argue over the littlest stuff because, you know, that's all y'all can do. Y'all can't really say, oh, how was your day? Because you was with this person the whole entire day. So, I'm like, alright, whatever. So, I didn't really introduce any of my exes to my family just because I knew that it wasn't going to last. And I thought that, you know, with him it was going to last. But sadly it didn't, right? Because this is a story time about my ex-boyfriend, mind you. So I introduced him to my aunt. I was like, Auntie, this is Casanova, this is my aunt, you know. It's summertime, so we're sitting outside on the steps, you know. They're talking, you know. They was vibing real good, you know. My aunt liked him, you know, so that was a plus, you know, because don't nobody meet my family. What else? Yeah, so, you know, a couple of weeks down the line, you know, we decided, after he done met my aunt, he decided that, you know, he ain't want to be with me anymore, because I wasn't cutting off my guy friends for him. And I'm just like, really? Okay, whatever. So we ended that relationship and we became best friends. But we were still hanging out with each other 24/7, 7 days a week. So we were still arguing like we was in a relationship, you know. And it was just stressful on me because, like, I don't like to argue and I hate arguing with anybody. So I feel like that relationship did take a toll on me, but it did teach me that if you're in a relationship, you need to give your significant other space. You need to not be clingy. You need not to be with them 24/7, 7 days a week. You need to have time to miss them. So, you know, being friends with him taught me a lot about him. And it taught me a lot about myself because, like, it was stressful. Like, the whole friendship with him was stressful. Everything with him was stressful. But it was a experiment well made for me. It made me see that, you know, we need to take things slow with people. So, you know, we was friends, you know, we would still hang out, we would still talk to one another, you know, but it was slowly like we was distancing ourselves from each other, and then, like, from distancing we would come right back and we would just be together 24/7, 7 days a week, arguing, like, not really fighting, but, you know, arguing. you know, like he would want me to wash the dishes, and I'm like, I didn't mess up these dishes, you wash them, they're your dishes. He'll be like, why can't you just do this for me? See, you're not a true best friend. Your best friends will do this for you. Yeah, best friends will help you, but best friends are not gonna sit there and wash every dish. So I'm like, alright, whatever. So, you know, I always made sure that he ate. You know, I would bring him food from what I cooked, you know, this, that, and the third. And, like, it was just, like, it wasn't a healthy friendship. And, like, I know that, and I think everybody around us who's seen it knew that it wasn't healthy. Like, I would, like, honestly, I would get emotional. And, like, I would just cry. But I would never cry around him, but you know, I would just cry just because, like, it was so stressful on me, and, like, I didn't even know what to do, and I didn't really have anybody to talk to. You know, I had my female best friend, and, you know, I would talk to her, whatever, you know, she was like, it's gonna be alright, it's gonna be okay, this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fine. So, yeah, then we just ended. Well, I didn't end it. He kind of ended it. Like, he stopped, you know, talking to me. You know, he stopped texting me. You know, all that and the third. And I just, like, I really wish him the best in his life. You know, I don't hate him. And even if I see him to this day, because we live fairly close to one another, I would always, like, have respect for him. And, you know, I just, like, I really wish him the best in his life, and, you know, whatever he wants to do, you know. I'm always going to be here for him if he just needs a friend to talk to, but I don't really know where we stand at this moment, because we really don't talk to one another, and I don't really see him, but it's healthy. I got my life back on track. I'm doing really good, you know. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. But I do hope that you guys I do hope you guys like this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And if you want to see a video, just leave it down below of, you know, what you want to see. A hair review will be coming shortly, probably by Thursday. I'm not too sure, because Friday my makeup is coming. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a nice day. Bye.